A tale as old as time, and the never-ending battle to protect truth and justice from those who thrive on chaos and bloodshed. Come with us as we peel back the mask on your beloved Crusaders of Light and dive deep into the dark and twisted abyss of your most feared and hated harbingers of doom. Follow your host, Power Maximus, and everyone's favorite demigod, Lord Triage, as they take a trip down the rabbit hole that is everything super. So, are you a hero or a villain? Either way, find that super suit and suit up for the Super Breakdown.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back, all level sevens, with another awesome spooky week of Spooktober. This is our Spooktober lineup. First time of the week. Well, first episode of the month. Sorry, I can't talk right now. First episode of the month was the one, the only, the Ghost Rider, the Spirit of Vengeance, Mr. Ghost Rider himself. Second week, last week, we talked about Spawn, the man Spawn, Al Simmons. That was an awesome episode. But this week, on the Super Breakdown, we're talking about the Red Right Hand himself. The one, the only, none other than Hellboy. Welcome to the Super Breakdown. I'm your host, Power Maximus. We're here with everyone's favorite demigod, Lord Triage.
What's up?
Of course, we are here with our gang master himself, Saiyan Jack. Nigga.
What's up?
Oh, there we go. Welcome.
Jesus.
Welcome to the show. So, right now, we're going to dive into Hellboy. While we talk about Hellboy, now, also, no, so you guys know, we're talking about everything Hellboy, from the comics to the movies, the Ron Perlman movie, David Harbour movie, the animated movies, and successes and failures of this franchise. Because there's been a lot of successes and there's been some pretty big failures. But as we talked about the same Jag, we'll be playing the brand new Hellboy game that just came out like a few days ago on the 18th. So we're gonna run it. So with that being said, as usual, Lord Triage, take us away.
So Hellboy is actually a very interesting character. So he is the result of a, let's say, entanglement between the devil Azazel and a witch. Now,
You're sure it's not King Arthur's great granddaughter?
excuse me.
Oh, no. I was just pointing out because that's the bullshit that they had in the last movie.
Oh, listen. I mean, if it's like a Morgan Le Fay thing, technically Morgan's a witch, but never mind.
Yeah.
Now hold on, because I never even sat through that last movie, so that's all up in the air for me.
Well, I'll explain. I'll run through everything when we get there. Because this shit. Sorry to interrupt, but that shit. That shit pisses me off so much. I'm sorry. Continue. So following
Hellboy's forced birth at the hands of his father. He is then taken to hell. He is taken in unto hell and forced to be born by the destroying of his mother's body after she refused to give birth, and then his father Azazel takes off his hand and replaces it with the. Oh, I thought you were going to chime in with the whole red right hand thing. I mean, sorry.
Nope, not yet.
Sorry. So yes.
And replaces it with so what is that right hand?
So that basically is the ultimate key of destruction. It's supposed to bring about the apocalypse when used correctly. But the hand itself has a series of functions also. Because it also allows Hellboy not only to control other demons, other demonic creatures, we can also use it as a blunt force object, which we have seen him do on several occasions.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Hellboy is in this game?
What happened?
Lance Reddick's Hellboy in this game.
What?
What?
Yeah, Lance Reddick is Hellboy in this game.
Oh. Wait, how do you know that?
I can know Lance Reddick's voice very well because I heard his voice. I know Lance Reddick's voice. That's him.
Well, let's fact check because if
I did fact check. I looked it up too.
Oh,
Thank you, Jack. Thank you.
I did fact check.
All the bases.
Sweet Christmas.
Jeez. But no, that is wild though. That is wild though because I didn't know. Only game that I knew that he was voicing was Destiny, the Violent Destiny. So that's actually
he voiced in Horizon as well.
Oh yeah, well yeah, he had the whole character in Horizon.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, we're sorry, Jane, we were getting off topic. That just threw me off. I didn't expect that. But I mean, because we've seen that again, like you just said, we've seen him used as a blunt force object. Now where does this story kind of take place when we're first introduced to Hellboy?
Well, we were first introduced to him in 1944 in Germany when he is summoned as the Nazi secret weapon to try to put an end to the war and tip the balance of power in their favor. So he was supposed to be basically their trump card, opposed to us who were over here working on the atom bomb or hydrogen bomb, whichever one it was. But so expecting something a little bit more demonic and monstrous. When he came through, he was still, I don't want to say necessarily an infant, but
he was like a toddler in a way. I'd call it a toddler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when he came through, the soldiers that were there, instead of killing him or destroying him or imprisoning him, they actually one of the members who was part of the budding, BPRD, the Bureau for Paranormal Research and Defense, Dr. Broom took him in and raised him as his own. Basically made Hellboy his son.
Now, with that, we've seen in the movies, at least in the last movie, we end up seeing that there was also there were also superheroes during that time frame as well. We get like a little sneak peek at that as well, apparently. So I don't know if you know much about this, but there's like the Torch of Liberty, Lady Cynthia Eden Jones, and Professor Malcolm Frost. So I think they're supposed to be like Dark Horse, right? He's Dark
Yes,
Horse.
Dark Horse.
Yeah. Like Dark Horse's version of kind of like, the Justice League or in a way, but since it's World War II, more so like the JSA.
I was gonna say, was this like one of those things like with Blade and the Night Stalkers?
Maybe. Now, I don't really know. I don't really know too much because I haven't dug that far back in Hellboy's timeline. So now when he summons him, from my understanding is that he doesn't appear like right where they summoned him. Like he appears like miles away, on like an island off the coast of Scotland. And from my knowledge, he was found because so the Americans found out about the experiment that was going on. They didn't know to the full extent, but that's where Professor Broom comes in. He was pretty much like the leading paranormal researcher or whatever of the BPRD. That is a really long acronym. I mean, not any longer than Shield, um, but he's actually taken by Professor Broom, and that's where we end up seeing the first movie kind of pick up the original movie, the original first movie with Ron Perlman as the voice of as the actor of Hellboy. And again, all this is taking place during World War II.
Yes. In the beginning, yes. And I would like to take a moment and give that man his flowers because everything I've seen him in or everything I've seen him touch has been phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. From a lot of his old acting credits to his voice acting credits to fucking um what was it? Was it Pacific? His his role in Pacific Rim. That was all. That was awesome. Everything Ron Perlman touches just becomes gold. Um, but I also want to point out that everything Guillermo del Toro touches turns to gold too.
This is very true.
Mm. I just wish they would have let him touch this new Hellboy movie.
Nah, not even, man. I wish they had let him have the third movie, the movie that we got cheated out of. That's what that was the thing.
That's what this would have been. This would have been Hellboy 3. And we would have
Yeah.
got yeah. So all right. So here's what I want to point out. And since we're talking about the comic book and his origins and stuff like that, I feel like the Guillermo del Toro movies were way closer to comic book accurate than the David Harbour Hellboy movie, which was pretty much done by the actual creator of the comics. I felt like the new movie was not very well done towards source material. But again, maybe it is. I haven't read all the source material, but this came out really funny and really funky, and it didn't work well at all.
Now,
Go ahead.
now, is this one of those things like where we argue about who's the best Batman? Is it one of those things like where who's the best Joker? Is it like one of those arguments where, for example, like it could have been one of those things like where they just focus on a more lighthearted version of the character which appears in a certain story arc? Because
No, not at all. I feel like David Harbour, he did an amazing job. Like both, I feel like it was more so the story, more so the scripting. Like as opposed to who actually acted the best as Hellboy. For me, I think David Harbour did an amazing job. And I feel like him and Ron Perlman's Hellboy are very close in like personality. They had the same exact personality. The it was both of them were perfect. They were snarky, they were assholes, they got the job done. They were a bit immature as well. But like it was the story, the writing, and how they utilized the character that made the biggest difference.
well, I think it's like you said, the coming of age. It's a coming of age story. Like that whole thing in the beginning. Like he literally starts off the first movie going, "What makes a man a man?"
Hmm.
And it's like when you see him grow and him change and the stuff he goes through and the things he has to push through from him being the immature kid who just wants to have fun to wanting to be accepted to realizing that the only acceptance he needs is from his father, his brother, and the woman he loves to having to want to be embraced by the world to being like fuck that, I don't need the world. And it's like you have someone who's just like you on the opposite end of a battle who's trying to provoke you into a certain situation which you don't want to be involved in. It's like I felt like that was a perfect coming of age story that would have rounded out perfectly with him being a father.
Oh, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. I really feel like, and that's what the Ron Perlman story was. They didn't do that with David Harbour. It wasn't much of a. They didn't focus on that coming of age thing. You know what I mean? Him losing
Mhm.
his father, with him dying, and it's like, all right, yes, wow, I got to get my shit together. I got to step it up. I can't be, running around immature, or everything my father fought for is gonna go down the drain. It wasn't like that at all in this new movie. It was just like he just was. They wrote him and had him be super defiant all the way to the end, all the way to the end, and it took a supernatural, like, medium meeting with his father at literally the ending, in the final battle, for him to be like, oh shit, let me pull it together and really get this done, make the sacrifice. No, in Ron Perlman's, we see that it wasn't just a split second choice. We see that him battle within that. The moments that he just disappears for a day or two, he's sitting on the bench, he's talking to the kid next to him and shit like that. We watch him go through the back and forth between, but I really just want to do me. But my father stood for something. He was the only man that really loved me and accepted me. I gotta make all his sacrifices worth something, in a way. Um, we don't see that in the David Harbour movie really at all. And for those of you who want to watch it to get a better understanding of what I'm talking about, it's on HBO. Go watch it on HBO. And the movie pissed me off because it had so much. The David Harbour movie had so much potential to be something good, but it failed at every moment. At every moment, every chance of redemption it had, it failed at, to the
Mm.
point of taking out characters that we spent a decade knowing. Because it was like the two Hellboy movies came out, like, with, like, it was like the
Oh,
last.
408.
Yeah, the Golden Army came out years ago. So these are the only characters within the Hellboy universe that we really know, aside if you read the comic books. They took out Abe, they took out Lily, and they replaced them with some psychic medium chick that eventually finds the power that she can fight ghosts with her bare hands, and a were jaguar.
Yeah, I thought that was a little weird too. I mean, I don't know nothing about that character, but that wouldn't have been my choice. But
I'm like, his background, like, how he became what he is. It was pretty cool. It was pretty in depth. It's like they succeeded at the minor things, but failed at the big, most important things. So, like, the character development, they did very poor on. The movie was very slow, but the character progression was very quick. It's like towards the end of the movie, that's when everyone starts to, oh my god, I can do this now, I can do that now. Hellboy's like, oh, I have to, you know, I think in the span of like 20 to 30 minutes, the ghost chick finds her power to be able to fight ghosts. The were jaguar is able to turn at will now, and is able to control himself while he's in jaguar form. Oh yeah,
so,
it's like full jaguar. It's not like a, were jaguar, like bipedal. No, he's on all fours. Turns into a legit jaguar. Um.
so it sounds like it has almost like a Mortal Kombat feel to it.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Mortal Kombat 1, the new Mortal Kombat that came out. It feels like that. Definitely feels like that. Um. It just, yeah, it doesn't tick all the boxes that it needs to be ticking for me. Um. Now, on the other hand, again, when you go back and you take a look at David Harbour movie, you're like, what the hell? Oh, I'm sorry, no, the Ron Perlman movie, they take that time. You know what I mean? The villain story is still going on in the background, but he's like, damn, I have to figure this shit out, because if not, like, everything is gonna be lost.
Right.
and it takes place over the span of the entire movie.
And that was one of the things I thought was so cool about the whole thing with Prince Duwada, because, and he's not even in the comics at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was a complete one-off for the movie, played expertly by Luke Goss.
Ah, excellent.
And I just don't understand. Like you said, you have that whole premise where he makes him look at the world where he's like, yeah, you want to fit in, you want the world to accept you, but they're never going to. They can't accept our kind. And like when he talks about that whole thing, like where he's in the throne room talking to his dad, like he's like, when did you become their pet? Like, when did this type of behavior become acceptable? We're supposed to fade away and die off because the humans are too greedy for their own good. He's like, I can't accept that. And it's like, nothing he's saying isn't wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, yo, if I got to take this shit to the nitty gritty and let it be known what type of time I'm on and reap and pillage my way across this planet to save my people, that's what I'm going to do. And I was like, you need to get on board or get out of the way. So it's like when he says that to his father, and his father's like, yo, I can't let this happen. Like, this man killed his own father
For the sake of his people.
Right? Opposed to Hellboy, whose father wanted him to be the man he needed to be, and he couldn't do that until he died.
Mm-hmm. Because I feel like the character, he used his father a bit like as a crutch, as a kind of like the one that no, dad figure it out. He'll figure it out. I'll just again I'll put it this way. I feel like he became used to being the right hand. You know what I mean? He's used to being the object that's just aimed. He's used to being the gun and the bullet, the weapon. So
Mm-hmm.
he got comfortable with not having to make those big decisions like that. Um, and that's why it came to a point where he's like, all right, his father's like, well, I guess then I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to die in order for him to truly like, you know, get it and step into the man that I want him to truly be, or that I know that he can truly be, that he can overcome the demon that he is and
Which is
overcome
two of them.
where he
Fuck.
came
All
from,
right. Ooh.
and become better for it. And the fact and when he is forced to use his right arm as the key to open a portal to bring what was like a Cthulhu type character into the world. He makes that sacrifice in that moment in time because he's like, this is the only other option I have right now.
I thought you were going to say kaiju for a second.
Yeah, no, it's definitely more like of a Cthulhu kind of creature. Because it was Cthulhu without them saying Cthulhu. It's a giant octopus ass creature from another dimension. Like, if that's not a Cthulhu, I don't know what it is. Um, but yeah, and he made in that moment, he is still able to overcome the evil and the darkness that's brewing through him. Even when he is now in his full max power as a full demon, or at least a full devil, long horns with the fire crown and all.
Which was super dope.
That shit was fire. No pun intended. I mean, and they did relatively the same thing in the David Harbour, um, movie, but he had to get the sword of Excalibur, sword. But when he comes to position in possession of the sword, he himself becomes the key, and he pretty much becomes the king of hell, and he rains hellfire on the world. So they made him essentially the bad guy, and the witch. In the movie, I believe the witch is Morgan Le Fay. I believe it is Le Fay. Um, that's who Mila Jovovich plays. She plays Morgan Le Fay, and she's like, oh, okay, well, and her goal is for Hellboy to essentially be her husband, and they reign over the world together in their full demon state. And it's just like it was like, so what? A little ass sword is what makes him become the destroyer of this realm. Like that shit just didn't sit well with me, and I just feel like the the story is just like, so all he had to do was just stay away from the sword, not find the sword, and he would have been completely fine. But the sword of Excalibur is the only thing that can kill Morgan Le Fay. So it was like, hey, either she destroys the world, or you get the sword and you potentially destroy the world. And I just don't feel like that's a good enough ultimatum. As opposed to the last one, it was like there wasn't an ultimatum. That was it. Either the ultimatum was either you do this and open the gate, or your love of your life dies right here, right now. And so that having that terror between my moral principle, what my father's taught me, the love of my life, this and that, it comes to, oh, this is the hard choice that I have to make now as a man. And he made his choice, and he was able to overcome the darkness with the darkness that enveloped him because of the teachings of his father. Like, it just, I don't know. It just, the stories and the ultimatums and the choices and decisions that are made are not even. And the fact that in David Harbour, everyone knew that he was destroyed. Everyone knew. Everyone knew that he had the power to destroy the world. Everybody knew, and he was the only one that didn't know the truth about him. And I'm like, that's fucked up. And like, niggas had been lying to him the whole time. So I don't know. I don't know. I really, yeah. I recommend watching the David Harbour's Hellboy. Just because it's gonna give you, honestly, it'll give you an even larger appreciation for the Ron Perlman movies. But like, you don't even see Abe Sapien until the ending cutscene when they find him in some kind of fucking test tube somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, they find him in like a tank somewheres. Like, kind of like he had been created and then forgot about. It was like a retired or like empty kind of fucking World War II Nazi kind of base, science base that had just been abandoned, and they left him in there. hmm
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's very lackluster, very very lackluster. But again, David Harbour, the look of Hellboy, great. It looked great. It definitely looked a little more gritty. Looked like he had been through more shit. Um, he's like scarred up shit. Um, he looked rough. He looked real rough, which I'm cool with. I thought that looked really good, and then his portrayal in general of Hellboy, I feel like, was just great. The script that they gave him was just ass, and it's really fucked up because this is David Harbour. This man's coming off of the success of the most successful Netflix series that they've made, all coming off of Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
Then to be in a movie that just absolutely bombs, it's gotta suck. It's gotta really suck. David Harbour, he's always been like a movie actor. Always been a movie actor. I remember seeing him in Equalizer, um, as well. So he has a bunch of other credits to go with him, as well as voice acting credits. And then just to be right in the high of one thing to go into another thing that they tell you, oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Oh yeah, the original creators on. Oh, it's gonna be great. And for it to absolutely, this is how I'll describe this movie. It's as if someone decided to make hot dogs, boil hot dogs, but instead of water, they use hot cat piss. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Yep. While putting a little bit of that really potent fart spray in there for seasoning.
Wow.
Yep. No, I take it back. It's the equivalent of someone making hot dogs, but using milk and hot cat piss. Spoiled milk and hot cat piss.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a very, 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 very strong disdain for for that fucking movie.
I'm gathering.
Mm. Yeah. It has no replay value. Only reason why it had replay value for me, and the only reason why I watched it twice, because the first time I watched it, it was bootleg because I didn't want to pay for it. Second time, I was like, all right, I watched it bootleg. Maybe it wasn't that good because I watched it on bootleg. Let me watch it like officially. So I watched it on Max, and I was like, oh no, it's just shit.
Excuse me. Blah.
It's just shit. Um, but again, now the live action movies aren't the only movies that are out there for Hellboy. We also have the animated movies, which are Sword of the Storm and what's the third one? Oh, the second one, or is it three?
Oh no, I believe there's three.
Yes, yeah, I think there is. Yeah, I think there is three.
So you're thinking of shit.
Sword of the Storm was the first one.
Yes.
And no, there is two. It's Sword of the Storm and Blood and Iron, and it came out a year apart from each other.
Could have sworn it was a third one.
I thought there was a third one too.
Huh.
Yeah, I thought there was a third one too. And these animated films, again, were directed by Guillermo del Toro, and it had the voice actors of the Ron Perlman movie. We got Ron Perlman playing um Hellboy. We got Doug Jones coming back as Abe, Selma Blair coming back as Liz, um, and John Hurt coming back as Professor Broom and stuff like that. And these movies, they were great. They were great. There were stories from the comic, but done like the Ron Perlman movies, and it was gorgeous. Don't ask me any like descriptors or shit that happens in a movie because, to be honest, I don't remember. I watched them a long time ago. All I know is that I highly fucking enjoyed them. Highly enjoyed them. The little bit that I know that I remember from Soldier Storm is um so it pretty much the plot of it is this Liz and Abe enter like this Mayan temple where they find Hellboy. He's battling like a gigantic zombie bat, and then so they jump in the fight, start fighting the other zombies and shit like that. So then the group they're eventually able to defeat the zombies. When Liz unleashes her pyrokinetic powers and just like blows everything to shit, like she did in the movie. Although she is still unsure of her abilities to control those powers. She still doesn't know she can control them. But while all this has happened in Japan, there's a folklore expert. What's his name? Mitsuyasu or something like that. She ends up getting. They end up getting like this ancient scroll that tells the myth of two demonic brothers, one of thunder, one of lightning. Which is funny because we see that story of thunder and lightning in the Teen Titans movie. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
And so they go on this whole thing with this mystical katana and shit like that, blah blah blah. The fighting, this is to do. And then you get to see a whole bunch of like different like Japanese folklore demons, which were pretty much, or they're called yokai.
Mhm.
And so like you see the kappa, you see you see tengu, you see bunch of different like restless spirits and ghosts and shit like that. So it really dives deep into a lot of the Japanese monster folklore, and it was pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking
Tango. Tango. Aren't those the birds from Power Rangers?
Yeah, so the Tengu warriors are based off of the Japanese Tengu warrior, which pretty much um a bird-like creature. There are, you also see you see a lot of oni masks that are set up like a pretty much. Have you ever see a mask, a Japanese mask with a long nose?
We were just talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's a Tengu mask. That's the Tengu. Like just different masks. There's an Oni mask, which is the demon with the fangs and shit. But the Tengu, if
Uh,
you ever see one, it's the like they're usually red and they have a long nose.
like the one dude from Demon Slayer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like a mask, but then it just has a really long nose. Yep, yep. That's a Tengu mask. Um, but yeah, so it's there, dude. The cast list goes crazy as well. Because guess who's in this? And he plays like a random character. Phil Lamar.
Really?
Yep. So he's actually in this. We get to see Kitsune. Again, you get to see Thunder. You get to see Lightning. The cop. It's awesome. And they bring in a lot of characters that were in the live action as well. So Soldier Storm came out in 2006, and it was like it was a straight to it was like a kind of so it premiered on Toonami, right, when it first aired on Toonami, and then it went straight to DVD. Straight to DVD. The same thing. And the thing with Blood and Iron, the second movie that came out in 2018, they actually made that movie to promote Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. So I found that shit pretty dope. Like these movies they're tie-in movies. They're animated tie-in movies to the Ron Perlman. So technically, Ron Perlman has 4 movies. He has 4 Hellboy movies technically.
Technically. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty fucking dope. Um. So what were your takes on the animated films if you watched
I have not actually.
them?
So, I mean, when it came to the animated films, I never really gave them a second look or a second thought. But I got told by other people who watched them that they were really good and that they were true to the source material. And at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. Like, you know me, my most important thing is a good story.
Mm. And that's where I am, and they were hands down good fucking stories. Like I didn't find, oh, pardon me, sorry, I didn't find anything that was off putting about them at all. Because and I feel like they did the characters so well with like exploring all his powers, his superhuman strength, his superhuman speed, reflexes, agility, durability, endurance, his stamina, his sight. He has enhanced sight, fucking accelerated healing, decelerated aging, immortality, thermal resistance, demonic transformation, size shifting, hellfire, electrokinesis, flight. Transformed into demonic form, Hellboy sprouts wings, which grant him the power of flight. I haven't seen him do that one yet.
Yeah, well, as if the horns and the big fist aren't bad enough.
Yeah, now you got to worry about this motherfucker actually having fucking demonic bat wings and flying. Oh man, that's a lot, And now when we get to the abilities on the abilities aspect, he has he's a hand to hand combat specialist, occult knowledge, innate multilingualism. Due to his demon heritage, Hellboy was born with the ability to read, comprehend, and understand a number of ancient magic and demonic languages. All parts of his intelligence and superhuman, making him an incredible strategist and an expert in all occult knowledge. Wow, superhuman intelligence and a master strategist as well. So
Fuck prep time.
it's not. It didn't say prep time. This said strategist.
Yeah, fuck prep time.
So, but that's not necessarily prep time though. To be a great strategist, you don't necessarily need prep time.
Thank you.
That's one part. That's one, like, having that time before the battle to prep and think and plan. That's one thing. But being able to strategize while you're in the midst of the shit, while shit's going on around you, shit's blowing up around you, everything's going to hell, being able to strategize in that moment, that's a strategist. I think that's more so what they mean by master strategist. He's able to think in the moment, while
Mhm.
Batman needs time beforehand. He needs time to prepare. Because no, I'm not doing it. I'm not. You're not baiting me into that. Nope.
I'm baiting you into what? What makes you think I'll be baiting you?
There
I
was
made
there,
a,
there was
I made a
bait.
simple statement based off the assessment that you read.
I most definitely agree, but I was about to go in about the difference with Batman, and I'm not doing that. I'm not getting that far off. But agreed, yeah, definitely fuck prep time. um, Fuck it. Now I got to say it. All right. But no, with Batman, like, he's not that in fight strategist. That's why he has a utility belt. This motherfucker comes to the fight prepared with everything and anything that he possibly might need,
Except a gun.
except a motherfucking gun.
Listen, we all know he's got the back at. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he definitely does. He definitely does. He's hiding it. He's hiding it somewheres.
I
I'm telling
had to pull an audible. That game was boring. That new game is bad. It's boring.
it's boring.
It's boring.
Well,
Boring.
what you got? What you got going now?
I got the Hellboy game for PSP.
Oh, okay. Whew. Yeah, damn.
I was getting bored. I was like, nope, nope, this, nope.
But yeah, this man Batman, he comes prepared with everything, because he can't, just in case he can't think of a way out of it. He has ways to do fucking everything. Yeah, no, a real strategist will go in there with nothing and figure a way out. Just want to point that out. But yeah, I just feel like so far they've done the character themselves, the Hellboy character himself. They did great. He's usually described as a likable, gruff person with much he's super witty and a humorous attitude. He gets easily angered, um, but he's genuinely good-hearted. He's loving. Um, like, in every iteration or adaptation I've seen of him, we see that it gets portrayed, even in the new movies. Sadly, it does get portrayed in that. So now he does have some weapons that he uses. One, of course, is his big fucking hand cannon.
The Samaritan.
Yeah,
The Good Samaritan.
yeah. That just absolutely fucking demolishes anything he points it at. Fucking ridiculous. But if you look at, so apparently comic book accurate wise, Hellboy, he carries a handgun given to him by a World War II era superhero named the Torch of Liberty. This gun was lost in the ocean, but was later replaced by a 1941 U.S. Army issued M1911A1 45 caliber pistol provided by the ghost of Harry Middleton. My boy had an automatic 1911.
Right?
What the fuck? That's crazy. But now he often carries many like little charms and knickknacks on his belt. Yeah, kind of like a utility belt, but they're more so for like occult reasons. To like the rosary beads to bring back the dead, like they did in Golden Army. Um, Things to protect him and his friends from like different entities, to heal. Pretty much an inventory for, like, if you were like, imagine going on a fucking on a quest in a game. That's what he got. That's what he's rocking. Um, Now he also has like a bunch of different like tracking devices and stuff like that that are connected back to the BPRD headquarters. Keeps track of Hellboy, keeps track of um, a bunch of all his other teammates and stuff like that. Um, he used to carry a rocket pack at one time. Like, yeah, no, he has had a lot. But now he's also seen wearing a heavy jacket, like a trench coat or whatever.
Hmm.
Um,
I was still thought of it like a duster, like the way a cowboy would wear.
yeah, more like a duster, yeah. And he has a bunch of other charms and totems in there. Um, Now apparently the cloak also like gives him some kind of greater paranormal protection as well. So the jacket's like kind of enchanted. Um, uh, yeah. Also, like I had talked about before, Excalibur. Yeah, but he briefly wielded Excalibur, apparently being a direct descendant from King Arthur, which is so fucking stupid. So stupid.
Arthur got his dick wet. What do you expect?
No, that's perfectly fine that Arthur got his dick wet. That cool for you, good for you, Arthur. Good for you, Arthur. But the problem comes in when it's like it was King Arthur's either daughter or granddaughter or either great granddaughter. I don't know. I don't remember. That ends up being that's Hellboy's mother in the movie. In the movie, that shit was fucking stupid. But then he does in the Guillermo del Toro films. We see him with the Good Samaritan. But in Hellboy 2, we see him wield something even bigger, known as Big Baby, which is a 6-round shotgun like weapon
Shit, I'm gonna
that he
get big
uses to kill
baby.
the Forest God.
Yes.
A fucking Big Baby. Yeah, it's like a big like I said this Good Samaritan was a hand cannon. This shit is a legit fucking hand cannon. Like it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
No,
Words about Jack has never heard.
that was well placed. Very very well placed.
I was checking to see if he was still with us.
What's up with that video? Uh, ew, that shit looks nasty. I'm just looking at the game and I'm looking at like
It's
the,
PSP game. What do you expect?
Well, I
the
was expecting you to go to the Hellboy from the Injustice game. Was it?
oh no, I never really played Injustice 2. I didn't really play Injustice 2 like that, so I can't really touch on or talk on that too much. Um,
The Injustice universe itself is better than the actual Injustice games, in my opinion.
I definitely agree. I 100%. I know about the Injustice storyline, the actual storyline of it, but the game, yeah, I didn't play number 2. I played the first one. I liked it, but I didn't play number 2. Just I'm not a big fighting game guy. You're just yeeting the shit out of those little nimps. Yeet. He's not even punching him, he's just throwing him. Oh man. But if you're just tuning in, we are talking about the one, the only Hellboy himself, the right hand of doom, or the red right hand of doom, however you want to call it. It's like multiple iterations. We just went through
No, motherfucker.
his comic book
There we
origin,
go.
we went through the movie origins, um, which have pretty much kind of stayed the same throughout all three. We touched on the Ron Perlman movie, well, Guillermo del Toro movies. We touched on the new David Harbour movie. Um,
Yeah.
and
Apparently, he loves Babe Ruth.
what was that?
I said apparently he loves Babe Ruth.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's another thing too. That was a nice little thing that they added there too. To add some character to the character. He likes Babe Ruths and stuff like that. Um, like this character has there's so much going on with this character in general. Um, so there's a lot. Um, Now, for me personally, I personally feel like I want to see more done with Hellboy. I want to see him kind of like maybe outside of his own universe in a way. You know what I mean, because as we know, who's Dark Horse affiliated with?
Dark
Uh,
Horse, Dark Horse was its own entity.
yeah, but I think they worked more. They worked a lot with DC, right? I know like a lot of like um what was it? Image works a lot with Marvel, um, which is where we just talked about Spawn and everything. And then Dark Horse, I think Dark Horse works a lot closer with DC. I'm gonna fact check myself real quick. I believe so.
I gotta freaking backtrack. What the hell?
Yeah, that's always fun, isn't it?
I have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to get the pass from that dude and get the gate open, and then have to backtrack.
Hmm. I'm trying to figure out who they're affiliated with. Because I know Dark Horse Comics, they did their own standalone things. They handle comics like Sin City, Hellboy, Buffy, 300, Ninja Gaiden, Star Wars. They actually did the Predator comics. They did the Last Airbender comics, the Terminator Alien comics. Um, I'm pretty sure. I think that I think they were owned by Marvel at one point. Owned by Marvel prior to the Dark Horse Comics acquisition. Oh no. So they ended up getting Godzilla, Aliens, and Predator before Marvel did. Yes, here we go. With the release of the first Alien comics in 1988 and Predator in 1988, Dark Horse Comics popular characters appeared in their own line of work, as well as Dark Horse Presents and Tarzan. And numerous crossovers include Superman and Batman of DC Comics, and Wildcats. So yeah.
The
So they were
Wildcat.
closer with DC. Yeah,
The
yeah,
Wildcat.
yeah. Covert action teams.
Drawing a total blank.
Yeah, it's a they're an Image Comics group of characters that were later taken by DC.
I say I've heard of SWAT cats. I've heard of Thundercats.
Yeah, there was supposed to be Image's X-Men, Image Comics kind of X-Men group. Which, if you look at them, a lot of them resemble X-Men characters within their powers and even some of their looks. Um, yeah, so I would like to see him. I would like to see him in maybe a DC movie played by Ron Perlman or even David Harbour. We shall see. Um, but no, I definitely want to see him be taken out of that element a little bit more and see how he works with characters like Constantine, Zatanna, Doctor Fate, and stuff like that. Um, at least that's for me. That's what I would like to see. What are you interested in seeing them do with this character?
Well, my thing is always the hero's only is ever as good as the villain. So it's like if we gave him like a legitimate threat, honestly, the thing I would love to see, and whether it be animated or one form or the other, would be the coming of circle of the original trilogy. Because I always thought they were gonna have it round up with Liz giving birth and him having to come to terms with his father. I thought he was gonna have to wind up dealing with his Azazel. That's what I always thought was gonna happen.
Oh, that would be nice. That
Right?
would be
And
nice.
then maybe it's not necessarily so much him and his dad, opposed to his kids having to step up and be like, "Yo, you stepped on our toes. You hurt our father. Like our mother feels some kind of way. Yeah, we got an issue. We want to smoke."
Mm, I like
Or
that.
even,
Go ahead.
or it could even be as one of those things like where one of the kids feels he's right and sides with his grandfather.
Mm, that's two. Here's a third one, and also involving the kids. What if his father comes back and he's like, "All right, well, I want the kids." they're the spawn of a hell spawn and a pyro and incredibly strong pyrokinetic. These children will cause damage, and so pretty much the whole movie is then pretty much first off trying to protect the kids from their father, and then the final battle culminating in them having to rescue the kids from his father. So that leads him into the actual bowels of hell, and the final battle taking place in hell.
Yeah.
And we can see Hellboy end up making the sacrifice to have to stay in hell and rule hell in order to protect his family.
Mm.
I can definitely see that being the Ron Perlman's third movie right there. Because at the end of the day, like if they got kids, there's those kids are gonna be incredibly fucking strong. Incredibly fucking strong. And then we can then later see the kids in their own spin-off film, doing the same shit or whatever, or maybe trying to go to hell to retrieve him or save him or some shit like that. I don't know. There's just so many things that they could do with this character that I just feel like would be for the best, would be for the better.
Okay.
Now, logically, do you, after hearing about the pretty much the shit that I talked about the last movie, I want you to watch it and I want you to tell me, do you see them doing anything else or touching Hellboy again?
Well, the issue came in is that the fact that like the second one came on the heels of the Dark Knight, and with everything that happened with Heath Ledger, it was one of those things like where that movie basically put everything to shame that came out around it. So it was one of those things like where the movie kind of got set up to fail
Mm.
in a sense, but it's also one of those things like where it had to be taken at value for what it was, because there's a lot of other flicks that do phenomenal or were great that never got sequels. Like I'm still mad they never did a sequel to Judge Dredd, the Carl Urban one, not the Sylvester
Oh
Stallone
yeah,
one.
yeah. Actually, I'm about to watch that because it's on streaming now, so I'm about to watch it.
Like I'm mad they never did a sequel to Chronicle.
Ooh, I kind of feel like that movie ended off very well.
No, I mean I do too, but it'd been one of those things like where they could have done more with it. Like that stone that they found, was that a one-off? Was that something from outer space? Was that like a natural thing from the Earth? Were there other kids who found other stones? Like if there was a stone in like New York and they gave kids super speed, or there was one in Texas that gave kids super strength. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like that was never really explained. Or like Mac, you're ready. Like, there's no reason why he could have just flew away from that in the digital age and no one ever saw him again. Like the government would have funded him to the end of the earth.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So pretty much you feel like they didn't really they could have expanded more after the fact.
Yeah, like sometimes less is better, and sometimes a little bit at a time works. Like look at John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
They did a little bit at a time, and they completely open up that universe up. Or what's another example? Or the Marvel Universe, how they slowly built that, and then they just open the floodgates. Like Marvel got to the point where we're hardcore fans, us level sevens, we're ready to eat up anything that they'll put in front of us.
Honestly, they've trained people to sit and watch the credits of movies just to see if there's more. Like fucking, we sit in those theaters like fucking dope fiends on the edge of our seat.
Stuff for Marvels. I'm not sitting through that movie in the theaters. I'm not giving them money for that movie because it's gonna be bad. I already know it's gonna be bad.
Granted.
Granted
That Marvel has been facing some flops lately. Granted,
Loki is the only good thing that came out so far.
And Loki has yet to prove that it's good. So
yeah, I'm still waiting to see a little bit. Like I see like tension building up, but it's building kind of slow for me. But now DC, the problem with DC is we know that everything they've been dropping lately, as of late, has been flops. So now, if they were to do Hellboy, who do you want to see? First off, I want to see Guillermo del Toro back in the directing
I don't want him to touch it. I don't want him to touch it.
Hellboy.
No, I don't want him to touch it. No.
You
I don't
want
got
no more Hellboy?
I don't want DC to touch it. I don't want DC to touch it. Hell no.
Okay, well, yeah,
Hell no.
yeah, no, yeah.
Hell no.
It's
Yeah,
not.
who did the first
Hold
film?
on.
Mm-mm.
Because the mistake is that we keep saying DC. It's not
Warner
DC.
Brothers.
It's Warner Brothers.
It's Warner Brothers. And let's get something else straight real quick. It's also one of those things like where if we're gonna do the story, we need to do the story and be true to the characters and the source material and the history. Don't be changing people's sexual orientations or changing their genders or completely rewriting characters out. Like we look at like certain series or certain things were all about pushing an agenda or doing certain things. And it's like how when we try to do that, the shit does not work. I get it that they want to add representation, they want to move things forward, and things have to be more progressive. I'm
But it
fine with
takes
that,
away from the story.
but not if it takes away from the story, because the story at the end of the day has to make sense. It's not the character, it's not the fight scene, it's not this, that, and the third. It's not. It has to make sense, and it's like they do shit to move the quote unquote try to move the story along, and it hurts the story. Like Mortal Kombat Annihilation had fucking so many moving parts to it, it didn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. And that was the problem. Also, the problem with the first Suicide Squad movie. Too many moving parts.
You look at like another film, like look at Ninja Assassin. The action's on point. I think the way it was shot was great, but I think the story needed work.
Mm-hmm. But I definitely agree with you. Like, trying to push these agendas, they end up focusing on writing a script that has all this representation, but it's like now they end up lacking on pretty much doing something with this representation. All right, you got all these characters in there, but you got them doing dumb shit. You're not, and that was my problem with Fan Four Stick. Those moving parts, they started pushing agendas by making Johnny Storm black and Susan White, and like they had so many things going on with that. Like boom, all right, you got the friendship between Ben and Reed, right? Then you have the strained relationship between in the Storm family, between Johnny doing his own shit, getting to car wrecks and racing and stuff, his own personality issues, Susan dealing with that, and also being the adopted child and brought into a black family. Johnny, the Storms being black in general, and then you bring in the love triangle between Reed, Victor, and Susan, and it's just so many working parts, so many things that you have to focus on that it takes away from the story, and that's one thing I don't want them to do with this. Just give us the story, give us the characters. We don't need we don't need all that extra shit. We get it. Cool. You're down with LGBTQIA plus. That's cool. You're Black Lives Matter. Dope. That's cool. We get that. But why does every single movie have to have all that?
So
Just give us the characters. The character's black. Oh, dope. You made a movie about a black character. Thank you. The character's white. Dope. You made a dope ass character that is white. Like dope. Thank you. We care about the character. We don't care what the fuck the character looks like, really. I don't give a damn if character is white, black, green, gray, yellow, if he's gay, straight, everything in between. I don't give a damn. But if I can connect with that character on maybe on a personality level, on a mental level, on an emotional level, that is what matters, because the skin color shit don't matter. Sexual orientation shit don't matter. At the end of the day, is that a good character? Can your audience relate to that character? Like, what's the sense of making a character black if the character's an asshole, or if your audience can't relate to that character? Oh, but he's black. You can relate to this character. Yeah, he's black, but he's a pedophile. How can I relate to that?
Mm.
Right? And then that's just an extreme thrown out there. That's just an extreme of mine. So I feel like I agree with Jack. I agree with you, Jack. Like, I don't want Warner Brothers to touch it. Like, this movie was originally done by Sony in connection with Universal and Millennium. So they knocked it out of the fucking park. They had a lot of really big studios doing this movie. Sony, Universal, Millennium, Revolution, Columbia Films, Summit Entertainment. They had a lot of really big companies working on this movie. And it was all those companies working together that made the original two Hellboy movies great. So I feel like if they're able to recreate that that working together, if they're able to bring on Guillermo del Toro as because he is an absolute visual genius.
But wait, you didn't say who you wanted to actually play Hellboy.
Who who else? Who else?
Oh,
Who
so
else?
we're bringing back Ron Perlman.
Absolutely. Or honestly, or I'm down with giving David Harbour a redemption movie. Because again, I feel like he played Hellboy. His rendition of Hellboy is really good. The script that they gave him to work with is really shit. Yeah. The script that they gave him was just straight hot dog milk, hot cat piss water.
So you said with sausage links and hot dogs inside of it, apparently.
Yep. And a few little turds that somebody scooped out of the cat litter box for added fuckery. For added fuckery. I feel like they could make the third movie could be amazing. Again, there's a lot that goes into Hellboy, into the character. This is one good thing that I feel like that did come out of the 2019 movie for Hellboy. That was the David Harbour one, the 2019 one.
Mhm.
They expanded on the universe. That's the only good thing. You get to see there's the whole background to the human and Fae war. You know what I'm saying? There's so much more that they can go into, and that's that's also what happened with the animated films. They gave more to the story. There's more background that they can build off of, so they can definitely expand this. You can either go the twins route, or they can bring it back. I mean, hell, maybe they do a young Hellboy. You know what I mean? What, like the shit? Maybe the shenanigans he was getting into as a kid.
Oh God.
Yeah, just think about it. The
Don't even start
shenanigans
about going back to kid things.
What happened?
Don't even start about turning people into kids.
Oh God, we're not gonna go there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this dragging up the whole Dragon Ball Z thing again?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
He's not gonna let that go, is he?
Hell no.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. It's just fucking stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid.
It's
Your fan
fucking
base
stupid.
didn't ask for it. They didn't want it. All you're doing is just rebuilding something that was already built. They're reinventing the wheel.
Yes.
Yeah, then that's the biggest problem with that. But no, I don't know. That's just how I felt. Bring Ron Perlman back or do a younger, because just imagine the shenanigans that a young, unexperienced like hell demon would get into.
Oh, I can imagine.
That shit would be crazy. Oh, that would be dope. That would be dope, and it would be funny because that's one thing too. It brought a lot of humor. Like the Ron Perlman ones brought a lot of humor, but also equally enough action and seriousness to keep you captivated. the 2019 one was just it was way too much comedy. And it wasn't even like good comedy. It was just like stale humor. That's just my thoughts. That's just how I feel about it personally. Um, my goal was to rewatch all the movies before we did the show. I just never got around to it. I had a super busy week. Um, but yeah, I don't know. That's just where I want to see it go. That's where I want to see him go.
Mhm.
I'll the shit fucking let Sony take the helm again.
Well, it's also one of those things like where, like I said before, it also depends on what kind of villains they're going to use and what the overall message is going to be.
Oh, true. I mean, again, what you said makes sense. You know, he's a man with daddy issues.
I mean,
So
yeah, because that whole first movie, Professor Broom finds this fucking Yahoo from Quantico, some blue-eyed doughy cunt, to come in and try to replace him because he feels his son needs adult supervision because he feels like he can't leave him on his own. I'm just saying, if Bloom had been a real nigga, he'd have walked in there, grabbed him by his ear, and like, listen, man, stop pussyfooting around over the fire crotch you didn't get. All right, I need you to man the fuck up because I'm dying, nigga. You're about to inherit all this shit. I need you to get your fucking shit together.
the fire crotch. What the fuck? Oh shit.
Listen, we know when he be clapping them cheeks, that woman be full of blaze.
Mm-hmm.
$100 is the best fireproof.
It has to be. It has to be. 100%. Oh no. Oh fuck. There he goes. So does, does does that mean? Because remember when we first see the interaction between Hellboy and Lily, we see or Liz. Liz. Her name is Liz. I'm sorry, Liz. I keep saying Lily. Her name is Liz. When we first see their interaction, it's very strained. Like they had some bad blood between them already. And so I'm personally thinking she may have cheated on him.
I mean, he probably told her, like, listen, babe, if I whip this thing out and you're not on it, you're probably never going to let it go for the rest of your life.
I don't know. I think she fucked Usher.
Oh, my God. Why does it always go back to Usher?
I'm just saying, with a pussy that hot, she had to got it from somebody.
Gee,
What
oh.
the fuck? I was into the game and then it came in the conversation. What? How did Usher get brought up in this conversation, sir?
Something about Tom Dubois, Keke Palmer, him having the Super Bowl show. It's a few things that have transsued since you've been balls deep in the game, Jag. But I'm glad that you come back to reality and rejoined us.
He mentioned Liz's fire crotch.
Oh,
And so I'm like, okay, well, she had to get it from somewhere, and they got a lot of tension between them. I think she fucked Usher, and he was mad about it. And then he was like, well, nah, that pussy too good. I can't be mad at her for too long. Then a
Is it
fire resistant, so it
anything
works.
you- Mhm.
So man,
Um,
Usher whispered in the air, let it burn. And it just went off from there.
yeah, they make shots for that type of shit.
fucker.
And this is why you always wrap it up. Because the last thing you want is a long ass needle being stuck into your dick.
Hell no.
Mm-hmm. So remember that, children. Always wear a condom.
Yeah, but no, they're learning their man, earning their man, and at the same time burning their man. So I ain't with that shit, Lieutenant. Saying no pussy good enough to get burned while I'm up in it. That's really the real deal, Holyfield. And now you hookers and hoes know how I feel.
Oh man, I'm trying to get more Terramana tequila, but my it's not working. Did you just pick up a pickaxe?
Yes, I did.
Have you died yet in this game?
No, I finally got
Okay.
unstuck.
Take that pickaxe and bury it in someone's skull.
He just did, buried in multiple skulls. So how are you supposed to get across that hole? Can you jump? Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, this seems like it's way more interesting than the last one. Yeah, that was yeah. Wow, so they came out with a bad wow. So they dropped a bad Hellboy movie and then proceeded to follow it with a bad Hellboy game. That I saw no promo for this fucking game whatsoever.
I heard about it, but I thought it was another one of the animated movies.
Nope. Game. I got bored. Nope. I was like, nope. I'm bored. You know, the game's bad when you get bored.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
Within a few minutes of playing the shit. It's like, nope. I'm bored. I'm falling asleep now. So, had to pull.
Hey, maybe we can make some Hellboy inspired merch.
I had to pull an audible. Fuck that. Nope.
Or yeah, we can have it say in Ron we trust.
I can't.
I don't know about that one.
Guillermo we trust.
That one I could definitely wear.
Yeah, or Del Toro. Yeah, in Del Toro we trust. Yeah. I'll work on that. In the background, we can have like either a photo of the animated Hellboy or the BPRD symbol in the background. Yeah. We'll figure it out. What's up with the cartoon animated cutscenes?
PSP game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, see, he even looks like Ron Perlman's Hellboy.
It is Ron Perlman's Hellboy.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
He's pretty much the definitive Hellboy at this point in time.
He is. He's the equivalent of nope. Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther.
Now, what were you getting ready to say? Go ahead, Power.
No, I wasn't trying to say anything. I was just saying that I was saying no because I didn't get any more tequila.
Oh, I thought you were about to say something controversial. About to say, me and Jag always get told, we can't unring bells. So go ahead.
Pretty much how Robert Downey Jr. is the definitive Tony Stark.
Cunt!
Oh no, you got started. Oh no, I need to start this time. You did.
Cunt. He's a cunt inside Gundam. That's what he is.
I tried so hard.
See what you did? See? I
Fucking
ain't getting started. You did. Why'd you bring up the cunt and the shiny condom? Why'd you do that?
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
Okay. That's
Why'd
definitely
you do that?
That's definitely gonna be our next piece of merch. Cunt and a shiny condom. It's literally gonna say cunt and a shiny condom, and the U of cunt is gonna be either the Iron Man head or the arc reactor symbol. I think it'll be better for the arc reactor symbol.
Just
Yeah, the arc reactor is better too. Oh boy.
Yeah, I think the arc reactor symbol would work.
Not Chris Evans is the definitive Captain America. Not Scarlett Johansson is the definitive Black Widow. Not even Sam fucking Jackson as Nick Fury.
You didn't even bring up freaking Wolverine.
Okay, that's why I said Black Panther. That's why I said Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther.
But you had that in your head first? Why'd you have him first?
Because I was going off of the person that Stan Lee first said embodies one of his characters.
Listen, I still say he should have been Mexican.
Who, Tony?
Yes.
Why?
If you look back at that cartoon from the 90s, I would always thought that Tony Stark was Spanish.
Yeah, I give you that. I give you that. I 100% agree.
Fuck your hammers, and fuck your hammers. All right.
Yeah, when there's a gun involved, why use your hands? But yeah, no, Ron Perlman is definitive, hands down, Hellboy. He's a definitive Hellboy. I mean, and again, I will say, I definitely think that David Harbour could come in as a close second if they give him a good fucking story to do.
Well, shit. Let me get this straight. My options are 1 or 2 out of 2 people, which only equal 1 and 2. So,
All right, who would you have?
like, if I had to pick someone modern day to play him,
Mm-hmm.
if I had to pick someone modern day to play Hellboy, give me a minute.
All right.
Let me think on it, and we'll come back to it.
That. Yeah. Abe. Fine. How about Abe? Abe Sapien. You gotta go with anyone from there.
You know,
Abe was originally played by Doug Jones, who is like a creature and a special effects master.
yes, he's played a lot of guys in Mass. Not to belittle his work, but no, he's definitely one of those guys who's good at being the creepy crawly, and he's okay with the makeup.
Give me the fucking hammer. Give me the fucking hammer.
What, Jack? What? Hammer time?
I fucking broke it.
Can't touch this.
Well, this ain't Spawn.
Lawsuit.
Spawn.
This ain't Spawn. I can't use hammer time unless I'm playing with Spawn. He knows what I
Oh
mean by
yeah,
that.
it's one of Spawn's finishers in Call of Duty is he brings out he fucking starts smashing your skull with a giant metal hammer.
Listen, you fuckers and your inside jokes. I swear to God.
Nah, that was him. I had no clue what the fuck he was talking about until I thought about it. I'm like, whoa, okay.
Bad right hand.
Oh man, but I don't know. I feel like this has been there it is. This has been very interesting, and honestly, I'm to the point where I'm about to say, "Fucking," I'm about to write my own Hellboy script, or even
Listen,
better.
I was actually thinking about hitting you about something we talked about a while ago.
Oh, okay. All right, bet. Because I got a lot of plans going on right now too, and I think that it's gonna be fucking great. Like Tony the Tiger, cocaine cereal, great.
Well,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't know. For Abe, I would have Abe Sapien because we need the voice. It's the voice that really defines Abe. You know, because they can do
Did that
whatever they
fox
want.
just bark?
What?
You can hear it, but the fox does bark like a dog.
Foxes don't
fog.
bark. They yelp.
No, I thought you said the fog.
No,
I'm
fox.
not gonna lie. I thought he said the fart. Nah, I'm gonna hold you. I legit thought he said the fart.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me at all.
What?
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah. You're all right. So me. All right. So if I was going to go a newer Hellboy out of the actor from New Age, from the the modern era right now. Fuck. I'd say. All right. So it has to be. It has to be somebody that's like bulky as hell. That's less. Let's say we'd have to do with the prosthetics or whatever. Somebody who has a good, strong, serious like acting. Um,
Ben Affleck.
nah.
I'm gonna give him that role to him.
I'm being funny right now. I'm being.
I know.
totally-
Okay, I figured because I was gonna say something else, but I wasn't sure if we're gonna go there and be funny about it.
What?
I was gonna be stupid and say Vin Diesel. That's be stupid.
Honestly,
it's all about family.
my stupid one was gonna be The Rock.
You know what? With our luck, he'd be the one to get it. Because he's that nigga in Hollywood all of a sudden. So
I mean, he already has the bald head. You just slap some horns on it, paint him red, give him a tail. Honestly, they wouldn't have to do too much. It's just again visually, I think it'd be good. It's just the acting that I do not think he'll be able to pull off. Because I'm sorry, I fucking hate The Rock as an actor now.
Wow.
I just
Where's
hate
that?
because he doesn't feel like a character. He feels like The Rock.
Son, that's why I said all through Black Adam when I said Black Adam wasn't a good movie. No one believed me.
No, I said it was a good action movie. You said it wasn't a good superhero movie.
You know what I mean, Power.
No, yeah, it was not a good superhero movie. It was a good movie in the sense of the action that took place, at least to me. Um, but yeah, anything that The Rock is in nowadays, it literally is just Dwayne Johnson in a movie. Dwayne Johnson with one leg climbing the skyscraper. Dwayne Johnson fucking like back when he first started acting, his acting was kind of was way better, like Tooth Fairy type shit. Like he actually he was playing that character, but now he's got too strung up on his own kind of like I'm the Rock. They're gonna come see the movie just because I'm the Rock.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
He's on some Will Smith shit.
Yeah,
Yo, don't bring up that nigga in my presence either, man.
honestly, we can't even talk about Will no more. Fuck Will.
As far as he's concerned, we should be somewhere pouring syrup and wearing maple leaves. Fuck that nigga, man.
Well, what? Pouring syrup and wearing maple leaves.
Because we're damn near in Canada.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm lost. You lost me on that one.
Yeah, he when in his book he mentions that as he makes like a joke about Schenectady because we're not like real New Yorkers.
Oh, fuck him even more now.
Oh, fuck him! You for real? Fuck him even
But it was
more.
fine. It was fine to stick a dick in one though.
Yeah,
Right.
he makes that joke to the woman who becomes his kid's mom.
Yeah, that's fine to stick a dick in it though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom
Uh-huh.
actually used to go to school with her. Yep.
You narcissistic asshole. See, now you got me mad.
I'm just saying. What the fuck?
Bro, that shit has to be a meme, bro. It has to be a troll. It can't. She really could not have actually said, "I tell him to put on juice to get me in the mood."
What?
Yeah, that's the thing that's going around. People were saying that she said that shit, saying that like before they have sex, they have to. Well, first she said that she doesn't like any of his movies. And then said that to get her in the mood to fuck, she has him put on juice because Tupac's voice is so serenading. Ain't no way she actually said that shit. Oh, no way.
That's the
There's
promo,
no way.
dog. That's just full of shit.
I just,
You know
I
she's gonna sell anything that's out that damn book, nigga. She's a freaking snake oil salesman.
He said a snake oil salesman. What in the fuck does that mean?
Oh, pretty much it's like a funky, a janky promoter. A
Oh, so
snake oil.
she's
Somebody
Don King without the hair.
Yes. She's pretty much gonna do anything to do to sell her fucking book.
Mm-hmm. And of course, what sells more than drama?
Especially nowadays.
He started all this fucking drama right before her book drops. So now everybody wants to read to see what tea that she spills on Will.
Listen.
And this nigga sitting here like a fucking cuckold motherfucker that he is.
Did you say
Opening the book
cuckold?
promo. Yes.
Did you say cuckold?
Yes, he is.
He
He's
said-
cuckold as fuck. I don't care. Yes, he is now.
He said
I don't give a
cuckold.
fuck. What?
No,
Oh god!
I'm finally getting a chance to take a look at our comments of people making comics. Let's see. They make a good point. Chaz makes a good point. David Harbour is definitive Red Guardian. I kind of can't see anyone playing the role. He really fits it. So I definitely hope that Thunderbolts is a good comeback for David after that horrible Hellboy. I hope this is actually a really good movie and he makes a lot of money off of it.
I'm tired of dying. Fuck you. I'm tired of dying. Fuck this shit.
You put that infinite health on, put the God mode on.
Nah, I'm gonna start shooting them.
Why weren't you doing that before?
Ran out of ammo.
Didn't work.
Tranche, don't work. Tranche, don't work. Nah,
Didn't
so
work.
how about Will Smith as Abe?
What?
Will Smith as Abe Sapien.
Stop it.
What?
Sir.
What? He already is a fish in a fucking bowl. Why not?
He already played a fish once already, though. It kind of makes sense. He did play a fish. So.
There you go. There you go. That's wild. Because even in the animated film, he got cuckolded by a bitch.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Angelina Jolie's character, which is really cool because she actually plays an angelfish in the thing, and her name is Angelina Jolie.
All right, I'm playing something random because we're on a random transit now.
Yeah, but fucking, yeah, no. I think Will could be a good fish in a bowl.
Listen, I don't give a fuck about Will Smith, Mr. Smith, James Smith, any Smith. Can we move the fuck on, please?
My bad. It's just that he pisses me off.
Like I said, I ain't have no entanglements.
I've had a few entanglements. Back in the day. Yeah, but I just want
you better clarify. Your missus will cut it off.
I like my penis where it is. My penis is in the perfect spot. Yep, it's perfect, right where it is. I don't know, but whoever they get to play these characters, if they do decide to touch it again, one brothers need to leave it alone. Don't touch it. Number two, the most important fact is the actors as well. They need to get some good people to play these roles. They've gotten good people twice in a row to play roles. Keep it up. Yeah,
Actually, you want to know who I think could play Hellboy?
Who?
This is going to be a hot take. Jonathan Majors.
I was about to say him. That's not even a hot take. I agree. That's not even a hot take. I was literally just about to say him.
Especially after watching Lovecraft Country.
Yep, and I feel like he can. He's very versatile. Cause
you seen that Western he was in?
What was that?
How did they fall?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that shit's fucking great. I really hope they make a second to that. I really hope they make a number 2 to that because that shit was fucking great. Hell, even didn't he just release a Tuskegee Airmen movie before Quantumania came out?
That'd be news to me.
It was a pilot movie. It was
about Tuskegee Airmen. It was.
Yeah.
Wait, no. You're thinking of Devotion, where he was a fighter pilot during the Korean War.
Yes. Yep. There he goes. Yep, that's it right there. Yeah. So looking at all those, and then going to his most recent portrayal of Victor Timely, like that, he got some range. Like he goes from playing Kang the Conqueror, who is just an absolute beast, a monster in his own right, to playing this other character who has a stutter problem, who doesn't like conflict, who just wants to just get by life and be successful. And like he plays such a weak character so well, but then also plays a brute, how I would see in Creed 3 and we see in Quantumania. Like Quantumania, he gave zero fucks. He's like, I don't know about you, Ant-Man. I've killed you before. I've already killed you before. I ain't worried about your ass.
Like I
And man,
violated you, nigga, and you're just sitting here trying to talk to me.
exactly. I was just hanging your head on a spike a few universes ago. Fuck around and find out. So yeah, I fucks with that. I fucks with that. And again, they want to play representation. Black actor to play a red man.
What?
Yep.
Have your mama shut up.
Nah, go ahead, Jack. Go ahead.
Nope. We're
Nah.
ringing bells.
Shouldn't it be a Native American to play a red man? What?
There is no indigenous actor off the top of my head that I can think of who fits that description or could play that part.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Goddamn. This thing that said.
Yeah, you said it. You brought it up.
I was going off the fact that he's colored.
Okay. But I thought you were going down that route. Talking about
No, we
representation.
leave Native American people.
See, he took this shit and ran a whole nother direction with it again. Jack, you have a really interesting habit of doing this. I want you to know that.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I was trying to go with subtle racism. He just went full Christopher Columbus. This nigga just went full Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, he's out there raping, pillaging, and killing anyone that doesn't look like him. Great job, Jack.
This motherfucker is intercolonizers coming the fuck out hard. Intercolonizers coming the fuck out real hard.
So what was that, boy? I got a whip for you, Toby.
Holy shit. No, we leave the Native Americans alone. They've been through enough. And I take that personally as being a Native American descendant.
I'm part Blackfoot also, but listen, man, they got their 40 acres and a mule. So,
well, I'm Cherokee, so I want my 40 acres and a fucking mule. God damn it! I want 2 mules. I need 2
my
mules.
ass. Why? No.
What about your ass?
What about your booty hole?
This was supposed to go this way.
You listen. You don't want to bring it up your ass, Jack. You over there fighting for your butt? What's going on?
Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on here.
I told us I was playing some random shit.
Oh, this is definitely fucking random.
What in the fuck?
Out of the cunt and shining condom.
Why is Miles Morales powering up like a saying, "Oh my god"?
What the hell?
Wakanda forever.
What happened?
What?
He crossed his arms. I was like, Wakanda forever.
What the fuck are we watching right now, dude?
Tag out. No freeze, fucker. No.
And heart shut down. Crash.
Yeah, Dick comes fighting his ass. Fucked up my shit.
Yeah, no, it sounded like you was most definitely fighting for the booty hole.
I was fighting the cunt and shiny condom and freaking Batman, and the game said, "Nah, I'm gonna be a jerk."
Yep, sounds about right.
Yep.
Fucking jerk.
Goddamn. Damn, Jack. Damn.
Well,
did he just? They Miles is what? Were you playing as Miles?
yes, I was.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So what? Iron Man was giving you the long metallic penis.
Whoa.
That's what he's doing to you, Jag.
Whoa. Pause. Super pause.
I'm just saying that's what it sounded like on this end without watching to see what was going on. It sounded like Mans was getting bent over there.
Well, at least we know he was wearing a condom.
A shiny one at that.
Ain't nothing like safe sex, right, Jag?
Fuck you both. Fuck you both.
I didn't say anything. We were just saying you agree. Safe sex is the best sex.
I know what you mean by
what Lil Wayne say? Better wear that
Listen,
latex.
don't quote that fucking coon in my presence either.
What Wayne?
Lil Wayne's a coon. I stopped fucking with Lil Wayne when he started doing commercials where he's pouring champagne on fucking cell phones.
Oh, that's. Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. Oh man. Now I stopped fucking with him when he was talking about like he ain't got no problem with the shit that Trump's doing or whatever. Blah blah blah. He's like, I personally never experienced police brutality, police racism. It was actually a police officer that saved his life when he tried to
Yeah,
kill.
when he shot himself in the chest. Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, I get. You know what I mean? It's like, how can I have a hate when it was one of them that saved my life when I made a bad decision? So I can see that, but it kind of sounds like Stockholm syndrome to me.
I mean, his whole. Never mind. Let's not get into debates about that.
So what if they had Will Smith play the Black Superman?
I'm not
No.
sitting for that. You want to know who should play? General fucking Zod.
To get his neck snapped?
No, so he can be cockholded on the screen like he is in real life.
And be narcissistic as he is.
Yeah. Well, fuck. In that case, fucking Tony Stark.
Listen,
He was supposed to.
Why are we going back to Tony fucking Stark?
Could you say
They would never let Iron Man be black. Let's get that out the way. We don't want Iron Man to be black. We have our king. My father.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, and I agreed. So how do you feel about Don Chino being an Iron Man?
You mean how do I feel about him being the knockoff Tony Stark? Listen, I've always thought War Machine was racist. I'm not gonna lie. You got the black guy in the suit covered with mad guns. I always thought that shit was racist. I'm just saying.
I can see that, but I feel like they dampen that by making him like a military, actually making him a colonel in the military, so the guns can be attributed to him being in the military. And the name War Machine, with him being in the military, so they kind of watered it down. Do you kind of feel like that's the equivalent of making the Black Ranger black?
No, because they claimed that was one of those things where it was an honest mistake. They claimed there was no malice behind it.
Yeah, the Yellow Ranger is Asian.
Listen, you leave tweet out of this, all right?
Yeah, the Red Ranger is Native American. Blue Ranger's gay.
What the fuck did they have to? See, now you're reaching. Now you're fucking reaching.
It wasn't like he was Rainbow Ranger.
The Pink Ranger is a white woman. We all
all
know why she's pink.
You sure you had no Terramana? Are you sure?
Oh no, I definitely said I got Terramana. I just don't.
You have an edible, nigga. Like what? Where you got all kinds of wild energy coming out of you right now, right?
Listen, I'm not in my usual form, so I'm kind of pushing these jokes. They're kind of forced. Yeah, they're kind of forced. But I am drinking Terramana, but I'm very lightly, very very lightly. I'm babysitting this shit because I'm still trying to recover from last night. I had a wild night. I thought I was gonna die. But nah, yeah, I'm just saying some wild ass shit right now. I just want to see what kind of reactions I can get out of you guys.
Oh, so you're on that type of time. Copy.
Yeah. All right.
Just bring up dumbass shit. But now, how did you feel about when they were talking about had Will Smith in talks to play Jon Stewart?
What? Why are we still talking about fucking Will Smith? Why the fuck is Will Smith?
Get you mad?
Actors that would have been really shitty in like certain roles.
You're taking my role of trying to piss you off today for some fucking reason.
No, I just bounced back to him because he was one of the characters that the actors that they did ask that they were trying to get to play Jon Stewart.
Hell no. Keep that nigga away from anything. No.
He's already dead. He's already Floyd Lawton, so I'm confused.
Yeah, but remember he was supposed. They had like what it was. Who was it? It was Idris Elba, Will Smith, Tyrese. There was another black actor as well that they had in talks to play Jon Stewart. That's the only reason why I bring. That's the only reason I bring that asshole back up. I'm sorry, I just can't get over it, man.
Get over what?
Like, I don't want to bring it back up. You guys keep yelling at me about bringing it back up, so I don't want to bring
what?
it back up.
Now you brought the subject up. Now you got to finish your thought. Finish your thought.
It's just like man, like he was somebody that I actually. We were talking about the issue of the week is Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith. Bullshit is going on. That's the issue of the week. What the fuck? Like, and I say this because it's a personal thing. Before all this shit came out for Will, I kind of like looked up to him in a way as like an entertainment, kind of like somebody that I idolize in that entertainment industry. The way he was handling business, the way he was doing his thing, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. And for this person that I kind of saw as like as a hero figure in the entertainment industry, to see this man now get absolutely 100% just bitched and to allow it
for money.
That shit it fucking it bothers the shit out of me. Cause look, Will did this shit before his book dropped. Right before his book dropped, that's when he smacked Chris Rock.
Nah, I think it was after. I'm pretty sure.
It was.
I thought it was right before.
Nope, it was after.
It was after.
It was pretty much the whole thing. He did that shit not thinking he was going to win the Oscar. Pretty much, he thought he was going to get fucked at the Oscar again.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that shit. Because the niggas who win Oscars, they know they're going to win the Oscar beforehand. They're told before the award ceremony that they won.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nah, I think that depends on the situation. Because he says in his book, the night that Denzel Washington beat him for playing training day, he beat him when he was for Ali. He was like, he said, hey, I had to run out of the hospital because I remember not run out of the hospital, run out of the theater because one of his kids had a high fever. He said he left just as he was getting called on stage.
Will?
Yeah. Because he got nominated for Ali the same year Denzel Washington got nominated for Training Day.
And so what? He didn't win because he left?
No, he didn't win because he didn't win. But I'm saying, like, he couldn't have ran out of there knowing that if that was the case.
Well, no. Even then, they have shit set up for that. Other people can accept it on their behalf.
Nigga, that's an Oscar, not a fucking award at the BET ceremony.
Yeah, other people can accept that shit for you.
Nigga, I am not letting no one accept my. Listen, never. That shit better be a life or death situation.
Yeah, it's his kids. That's
but not in that scenario. No, I don't think you're right.
I don't know. And again, he let that happen because one, they probably all knew Denzel was gonna win. At the end of the day, look at Ali and look at Training Day. Personally, and it's Denzel. It's fucking Denzel. Denzel is like 15 times the actor of Will Smith.
That's up for debate.
I mean, if you look at their accolades,
Okay.
Like Denzel. Okay,
These Denzel's kills are successful in fucking acting.
Yeah.
What did he say?
What did you say?
These Denzel's kids is actually successful in acting.
Oh.
What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with what we're talking about?
Yeah, well, honestly, that's a part of it. That's also a part of it. You know, we'll touch back to that.
Because Will was fucking under fucking Jaden fucking trying to get him to do the shit right, and he still didn't do it right. So
because at the end of the day, if the kid don't want to act, the kid don't want to act. It's the same shit that he did apparently with Willow, making her fucking go on tour and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same shit. Will's is a piece of shit. Fucking Denzel's son wanted to be an actor, and he's doing really well because he wants it. But what I mean by their accolades is like, look at the amount of movies that, even if you compare the amount of movies that, you know, from Will and Denzel, Denzel has more movies than Will. Don't get me wrong, back in the day, Will was that summer motherfucker. You can count on a Will Smith movie coming out in the summertime.
Yeah, he did it purposely that way, and he explains all that in his book.
Yeah. But if you look at Denzel, this motherfucker can drop a movie no matter the time of the year, and this shit will blow up. Name one Denzel movie that's flopped.
Listen, let's not say that, because I'm pretty sure he's had to have had one or two that didn't do phenomenal. You got to remember, especially early in his career. Now, if we're talking now, I mean, no, because people go, "Oh, it's Denzel Washington."
Yeah, but even then, the amount of flops, whether Denzel had 2 or 3 flops, look at the number of flops that Will has had, though. Movies that just didn't catch.
Like Wild Wild West.
As much as I hate to say that was a flop, because I enjoyed it as a child. That's the only reason why I really enjoyed the movie as a child.
I'll watch it now and still enjoy it.
Yeah,
but it's one of them things, like it's too goofy. Like, I'm not sure if that was his. I'm not sure if that was something that he had to do with it, or that was the way they wrote the film. Because it's like, couldn't no black man be walking around doing all that extra wild shit by himself because he was a U.S. Marshal? He'd have been lynched.
Yep.
Like, you trying to have the movie be mad serious, and yet you got the guy who's literally been cut in half and is still alive. Not paralyzed, cut in half. He missing both feet, both legs, both knees, both kneecaps, his dick, his balls, his intestines, his ass, his stomach, his liver, and yet somehow he's still alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I've heard the power of hate. I've heard hate can make you live and hate can make you strong. There's only 2 people I know that got cut in half and survived like that. That's Arliss Lovelace and Darth Maul.
Like,
excuse me, 3, Frieza.
Oh, yep. And he was missing an arm. Don't forget, he was missing an arm. He had one arm and was cut in half. Like, Frieza already didn't have a dick, but he made sure he didn't have a dick.
Well, Frieza was definitely a sodomite, but we're moving past this, all right?
Nah, you can't just sit. Okay.
We talked about this in the last episode. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we definitely talked about this. We already talked about that.
What do you mean?
Oh no, it wasn't the last episode. It was the live stream that we were talking about when we were talking shit about Frieza. It was the Desolation stream.
Yes, when you were going off, because we said that's the reason why Vegeta had so much anger towards Frieza.
Oh yeah.
Molested him as a child. You want all this power, right? Drink from this straw.
I don't want to. You gonna drink and you gonna like it.
That's why he likes slapping people with his tail, I guess.
Yeah, he got that shit from Frieza. Frieza stays slapping people with his tail. Got that shit from Frieza.
Listen, he slapped Bulma in the face with his tail, and she liked it.
Well, Bulma's also a fucking freak. You can tell that bitch is a freak. She got all this technology. That's why she don't be too mad when Vegeta not home all the time. I'm telling you, that's why she got all that technology. She probably has the most advanced vibrator.
You know she is. She should have lifted up a freaking thing to show Master Roshi when she was a fucking child.
She did that not knowing she wasn't wearing panties. But at the same
But
time,
she's still
how do you
trying to
not
show
know
that
she was
to.
wearing panties?
Yeah,
So she didn't know she wasn't wearing panties.
Like,
Is
how
that
the
what
fuck
you
did
just said?
Yeah, because Son Goku had taken off her panties because he had laid his head on her. Like, they were sleeping one night. He laid his head on her pussy. He was like, "Huh, this feels kind of flat." Actually, smacks her pussy, which she still didn't wake up from. Because he was
That
like,
down.
yeah, that was his first like realization of being around a woman and noticing that they don't have the same genitalia. And so he took off her panties. He's like, "Huh, where's her balls?" Pretty much. And then they're like, "Bitch, how you get up and not realize that you ain't got panties on? You're wearing a dress."
Interesting. Terrifying and interesting.
Yeah. And so Master Roshi, being the fucking pedophile he is, was like, "I'll give you my Dragon Ball if you show me your panties." Mind you, she had to be like fucking 12 years old at this time. She was under 18. I don't give a fuck. She was under 18.
She was like 16 or some shit at the time.
Yeah. She was most definitely underage. "I'll give you my ball if you show me your panties." And so she's like, "Ah, fuck, whatever." So she threw her dress up, not knowing she didn't have panties on. And then Roshi was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" That whole bloody nose shit, you know. Yeah. Yeah. I'm realizing there's a lot of rapists and pedophiles in Dragon Ball Z.
Well, that is a. Well, hold on. Let me not say that.
Nah, what were you gonna say?
Nah. That one. This one was a little bit culturally, and it might have been highly offensive. Nah, that's. I'll let the court.
Wow, goddamn.
You know where I was going with this, right?
Yeah. Oh, goddamn. Oh, wow. Yeah. We would have definitely got canceled on that one. Whew. Whew. Oh, goddamn. They would have came for our throats on that one. But yeah. Yeah, no, there's a lot. Master Roshi, fucking Chi Chi, Sub Zero. I'm not Sub Zero. Fucking
Did your franchise is messed up there, sir?
yes. Remember, I'm not thinking clearly. I'm still recovering. Um, but yeah, there's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. And that's terrifying. And that would also explain why Frieza is so abusive to his son.
When King Cold?
No, Vegeta. Why the way he is with Trunks?
Ain't that what with Bola? Tell you that much.
Yeah, he's that way with that he is with Trunks, because he's letting out a lot of repressed anger. That's probably why he has so much Saiyan pride. If you think about it, I'll never let that happen to me again. I'm a motherfucking Saiyan, for God's sake.
Uh-huh.
He fucked my planet, and then he fucked me. No.
Wow. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry about that one. I'm sorry about that one, people.
Not all right. Not all right.
But no, yeah, they just this entertainment world is fucking crazy. You know, the fact that we can sit here and have such in-depth conversations about this entertainment world, industry, the actors, the voice actors, the fucking creators and shit like that. Able to determine what movie is going to be good, what movie is going to be bad, based off of the talent that they have behind the scenes and on the scenes. So yeah, over and all, I just really feel like fucking we need Ron Perlman back. We need Ron Perlman and Guillermo del Toro. I don't give a fuck about anybody else, but those are the two we need back to do a good Hellboy movie. Because everything Guillermo touches is dark gold. anything Ron Perlman touches, it's just gold in general. And wasn't he in Sons of Anarchy for a little while there?
Yes, he was the main dude.
Yeah. Oh,
He
Ron.
was the club's president.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I would most definitely like for that personally to be a thing, and that needs to happen. That needs to happen. They can either run off the story of continue the story with the kids and Azazel and shit like that, but they need to not continue this storyline that they did from 2019. That's what they need to not do. I don't know. What do you think?
Listen, I agree wholeheartedly. I think they need to put a bow on the end of the story, because like to me it's
Not
there, but it's not quite there. It'd have been like if they had never done The Dark Knight Rises, or if they had never done Captain America Civil War. Like it doesn't fit the trilogy. Like there's no definitive end to it.
I see that. I definitely see that. I agree with that. Jag, any parting words?
Nah.
Nah.
You know that.
Yep.
His parting words are nah. That's his.
Yep.
Have you feel like someone was watching this? And, like someone. Did you hear another voice in the other end of my mic?
What?
No. What?
Oh.
Like, some parts of the show have been zoning out.
What?
Yeah. Well, that I know. Yes.
Yeah, that I know because you've been playing the game.
I have.
Oh my God.
What
Jesus
the fuck?
Christ.
Jesus
Are you
Christ.
sober? Are you sipping?
Okay?
Are you over there on something?
Nah.
Jag, do you need help? Are you in a safe place?
Yeah, I'm in a safe place. I'm in my room.
That doesn't necessarily mean you're safe.
Yeah,
But we just need to know if you're all right. If you blink twice, so we'll know.
nigga, how the fuck we gonna know if he blinks?
That was the whole point. Thank you, Power. I was trying to make sure he was focusing.
But yeah, bro,
Because lately I've been zoning out during these casts. I've been zoning out.
Which makes sense because you're trying to focus on the gaming side of it. You know, when you come back, we usually just update you. But nah, the fact that you said, I was like, you were playing the game, and you're like, I was. Now that's concerning.
Oh God!
Knowing what we were talking about, that makes sense. But the fact that you didn't even know what the fuck you were doing, that's worrisome.
Oh God!
Highly concerning. This nigga said, I was
playing the game.
That's what I was doing? The fuck was I doing this whole time? What
fucking loud. Ah!
Damn.
Die.
What the fuck? Wow. All right. I think he needs some rest. He's been grinding out Spider-Man 2 for a while now.
Yeah, the man put in like the 30 hours of gameplay within the span of a weekend.
Yeah. He already beat the game. Now he's just cleaning up 100% in. But if you guys are interested, ladies and gentlemen, level 7s, if you're interested after the stream here, in about an hour, maybe about around 10 o'clock, 10:30, I personally will be streaming on here. I will be streaming Spider-Man 2. If you guys want to pop into the comments, pop in and talk to me. Talk to me nice. And hopefully I don't get absolutely wrecked. I'll be playing for about an hour or so. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, if you guys are interested, pop on over. If you make sure that you guys follow as well, so you can get the notifications for every episode and every time we go live and stream. Tune in on our YouTube. You can tune in on our Kick. That's the only two places that we ever go live at. So show some love to the YouTube. Subscribe, comment, follow, share, all the things. Hit us up on our Instagram as well, the Super Breakdown on Instagram. That's how you also get all the updates and also get to see a little bit behind the scenes of the shit that we do. Get updates on the next show coming up. We are about to start planning the lineup for November. We might end up having 3 shows instead of 4. just because one of those weeks is my birthday week, and I kind of probably don't want to do too much during that week. So and then December, we don't even know for December yet, but stay tuned, guys, ladies and gentlemen. And I just want to say, I say guys inclusively. But yeah, definitely tune in, like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your peoples, tell your mama, tell your daddy whenever he decides to come back with the milk from the store. Yeah, man, show some love. Show some love. We're building this for you. Yes, it's fun for us, but at the same time, we're doing this for you. So you guys have a place so you can jump in and be free to talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. Do whatever it is, you know what I mean? And just feel accepted, feel included. That's our number one job. That's our number one goal here. So with that being said, that has been your Super Breakdown. I wish I had an echo button on this. I don't have an echo button. But yeah, I'm your host, Power Maximus. We're here with everyone's favorite demigod, Lord Triage, and our game master himself, Saiyan Jag. Tune in next week where we go in and dig deep into the crates and talk about Lawrence Talbot, the Wolfman. Love you guys. Good night. Any parting words, anybody?
Remember, in the absence of light, darkness prevails.
Jag,
What?
any parting words for the people?
I
Advice
know
for the
this
people?
right now.
Oh my God!
No, because one day you're gonna have something. You're gonna have a profound epiphany. You're gonna have some good shit to say.
I prefer the word revelation, but it's all the same.
You have a revelation. You're gonna say something. Just give them a piece of advice.
What?
Fucking idiot! Oh my God! Oh my fucking God!
Give the people advice.
I don't got no advice.
All right, my advice that comes from Saiyan Jack is always use lotion. And remember, fuck prep time. Love you guys. Good night.
Fuck prep time.